Hello everyone and welcome to the Bernabeu and our coverage of another Real Madrid home opener as they take on Real Sosiedat in what is the second game of the new La Liga campaign for both teams.
Let's see how Real Madrid deals with the first adversity during this season. This is the starting 11, the same starting 11 that played the first game against Espany.
But Pellegrino Mataranzo, unlike Jota Mourinho, does ring the changes. Alex, 4 changes in fact for his side from the team that lost 1-0 on opening day down in Seville against Betis.
It's the same structure. It's a 4-2-3-1 with Susic playing behind Oyarzabal, but Oyarzabal is one of those novelties. Joe Bochiang, the youngster Beitia as a pair of John Martin and the centre back, and this is the tribute to the world champions, not only Marco Curella but also Mikel Oyarzabal.
Yeah. 2 years without a title in the league, without a Champions League title, that equals a drought by Real Madrid standards. And they started off with a victory in Barcelona against Espanyol on Saturday night. Now can they take it to the next level at home, Alex, and perhaps even put on a show against Real Sosiedat, who will be determined to show their own worthiness, especially having lost their first game against Betis.
Bochiang against Dumfries. Bochiang is a very physical player.
Real Madrid starting in lively fashion, and Vinny Jr. with an early sighter, and it brings an early smile to his face.
But that's good. That's the intensity that Real Madrid were lacking last season.
Were the difference in the title race, because Barcelona won the title by 8 points, having had a perfect record at home last year. As Vinny Jr. tries to guide in, and Mbappe for his first touch. He has an option, who was Goulet. I think he was trying to find him. Ramiro was forced to make the save, whether it was a cross or a shot. What was your verdict there, Alex? Mbappe crossing or shooting?
I think it was a cross, but
yep.
the ball just fell halfway, or no man's land, because it was too easy for Alex Ramiro. We were talking about the Bernabeu record last season. Yes, only 2 defeats, but those defeats, man, they were bad. Celta Vigo just won here with flair, with a goal by Svedberg that is still pretty remembered by Celta Vigo fans. And Getafe won here for the first time ever.
Yep. John Aramburu in Real Sociedad, the effort. Let's look again at Mbappe's surge forward here.
It was definitely a cross. He saw Arda Güler on the other side, but he couldn't quite get the proper pass with his left foot. This used to be Jose Mourinho's trademark in his first spell at Real Madrid.
Title race, but they scored 18 fewer than Barcelona over the course of the season. That's a gap that they will be looking to narrow. They're already 3 behind them after day 1. And the first booking has arrived inside 10 minutes.
Alvaro Carreras. You better be careful. That was totally unnecessary, right in the middle of the park. Yeah, he gets the ball, but then he gets a player, he clips.
Referee, by the way, Mateo Busquets Ferrer here tonight. Aramburu trying to combine with Turrientes. Sosiedat winning it back. Kubo in the mix again. He slipped that through, and a chance! And Courtois forced to come up with the foot save.
That heavy touch on Fede Valverde, the ball ricochets off his foot after that effort by Denfeld Dumfries, and then quick reflexes by Thibaut Courtois. It's not easy at all for such a tall goalkeeper. Real Sociedad trying to get a breather now, but they need to enter Real Madrid's half of the pitch. It's been a while.
All one-way traffic at the moment. It continues. Mbappe teeing up Vinny Jr. And Alex Ramiro with his first big save of the night. And it was needed to keep this scoreless.
Here's Valverde winning the ball back against Susic, and then the quick counter-attack. Mbappe being...
Never quite got over. Jose Mourinho had always had an inkling he would bring him back one day. Just took 13 years. That's nicely done by Mbappe. Kubo down on the ground. It's an interesting decision, this one.
Mbappe was shielding the ball with his left hand, just slapped Takekubo. Mbappe saying that that's a natural motion, that he's just protecting himself, but the referee thinks otherwise.
It still hasn't been removed, it has now. And Bellingham trying to free himself from the shackles, which weren't about to be unchained, and the aforementioned Yangel Herrera is the next visitor to the referee's book.
It was a tactical foul. There's like 3-4 fouls in the same action, in the same move. He was trying to prevent the counter-attack.
Rising tide for now, and able to press their own case. That's a good turn. Susic laying it off. Oyarzábal floating it in, and that was the man we were just talking about, Sergio Gomez. Oh, the former winger almost...
The first whistles at the Bernabeu. Look at the space on the right-hand side. This is the problem if you play with Vinicius, Mbappe and Bellingham up front, that they don't track back properly. And this was a similar situation, not exactly the same, but a similar one, as the situation in which Espanyol scored the goal against Real Madrid.
Still goalless. Well, if they were expecting some sort of rock show here, the Real Madrid fans haven't quite got that yet. But is that about to change? Chance! Goal! It does change in the blink of an eye. Kylian Mbappe off the mark for this new campaign. It was just a question of when. He picked the perfect time to deliver.
And it's once again Fede Valverde playing a huge part with that run in the middle of the park, finding Mbappe. And look, this first touch eliminates John Martin. He sends him to the wrong profile, and then with his left foot, giving him no chance of recovery, sends the ball into the back of the net.
And suddenly it's opened up again. Mbappe looking to exploit the seams, and there are some at Mbappe this time. A full flow. Ramiro grateful this was right down the middle again.
But he's still warming up. It's still the beginning of the season.
Now here's Ochieng. Has the turning of Konate. And he seemed to delay and await an arrival, and well, in the end it worked out beautifully for the visitors, who have their equaliser. There to run in and meet it was Luka Susic. And Pellegrino Mataratta's men were behind for only 3 minutes here at the Bernabeu.
Of scoring, we'll see the lack of pressure that allows Sergio Gomez to send that ball over the top. Konate is slightly clumsy here. Here's a moment of hesitation by Ochieng. He didn't know really what to do, but then the ball, after that deflection, falls on Luka Susic's left foot, the silky left foot of the Croatian, just to beat Thibaut Courtois and get the equalizer for Real Sociedad.
He went on this amazing run for the first 3 months of 2026 in both the league and the cup. Yellow card, meanwhile. Vinny Jr. was floored. Aaron Baru continuing his personal duel. And Vinny Jr. finding a pocket of space for Goulet, who threads it in for Mbappe! And it really should have been 2. Not for the first time tonight, Alex Ramiro facing a one-on-one situation, coming up with the save, and there may be more work for him. The shot is slashed wide by Gula, but it took a deflection en route. Header down. This was the previous move.
Look at that pass by Arda Güler, coming inside, leaving that right winger position to find that number 10 spot. The pass is perfect.
Yeah, I think they got that right, Alex. Good work from Martin, wasn't it?
He's close to sign for Real Sociedad as well, but they need signings, of course.
Here's Valverde. Oh. 1-1, and Mbappe's opened it up. It's not 1-1 for much longer. Swift and decisive, clinical inside the penalty area. The passing, opening things up, and Mbappe able to pass it into the back of the net. Real Sociedad's resistance is ended.
What a move. Marco Curella playing it back to Fede Valverde. That 1-2 between Kylian Mbappe and Jude Bellingham. You blink and you miss it.
It coughed up, and it's Bellingham looking to make them pay. Jude Bellingham cutting back onto the left foot. Shot blocked, but he digs in and wins it back somehow, and tees up Vinicius Junior. Pure persistence from Jude Bellingham, and a present for Vinny Junior, who opens his account for the season. And it's all going swimmingly for Real Madrid.
Vinicius Junior is the scorer, but it's all about Jude Bellingham just picking this ball up in the box, twisting, turning, and then this, winning the ball back, stealing it from Beitia, and setting up Vinicius Junior with that wonderful pass after stepping on the ball. Sheer quality and pride by Jude Bellingham. And then one of the easiest finishes of his career for Vinicius Junior. He's enjoying himself today.
He is in the mood, isn't he? As we've mentioned, as another yellow card comes out, plenty of players who went deep into the World Cup have needed some extra time. Not the case with Jude Bellingham, who's kind of hit the ground running, as if he couldn't wait to be back in action with Real Madrid. Mbappe back to Valverde. Oh, Vinny's done beautifully, and there's the hat-trick, and there's the connection.
So Jose Mourinho is back, but Kylian Mbappe is the real special one of this Real Madrid side. Finally, the connection that everyone was waiting for. Vinicius Junior finding Kylian Mbappe with that ball in behind. Excellent move. The finishing is even better. That pass through the legs of Zubeldia, and with his weaker foot, with that lovely tip over Alex Ramiro. Hat-trick by Kylian Mbappe.
And then following that, Alex, you were talking about the city of Seville. They have a trip to play Betis on a Friday night game. That'll be something special. Bernardo Silva out out to Dumfries. Freddy Valverde trying to get in on the act. He's seen all the goal scoring in front of him. So another good night's work, and just what Jose Mourinho had ordered up from Vinicius Jr., who can now let Yan Diamande come on and play a little cameo role here for the last few minutes.
As soon as Jose Mourinho found out that he was available, he wanted him for his team. The official unveiling happened this weekend, and he attended that ceremony with his two grandmothers. There's no way that you cannot love this kid.
Yeah, I saw the photo of that. It was great. As he's on his way here and tucked away the rebound. SP playing his part, but Brahim claiming the goal. And Real Madrid have matched Barcelona's output of Sunday night and found the back of the net 5 times. Not sure it's going to stand though, Alex.
Yeah, SP might have been offside when he received that pass. It all comes down to Zubeldia's fit and where they were positioned. But yeah, we were talking about how useful Carlos SP can be for Real Madrid. Here's another example. He receives, he turns, he shots, he takes the shot, and then Brahim Diaz reaps the benefits with the inconvenience that, yeah, SP was actually offside. That they have up front is really insane. The quick combinations, the finishing, the amount of superstars that they have and the options that Jose Mourinho has. It's promising for Real Madrid, but they're far from the final product that their biggest rivals at Barcelona are.
Yeah. So final verdicts: Real Madrid 4, Real Sociedad 1, and 2 games and 6 points, Alex, for the Merengues.
And the first hat-trick of the season for Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. with an assist, Jude Bellingham playing a stellar role. This Real Madrid is promising, but still not finished.
And they move on to play Malaga now on Sunday, and then Betis away the following Friday as Kylian Mbappe gets the MVP. Vinny Jr. all smiles as well. So our final scoreline on Real Madrid's home opener here at the Bernabeu: Real Madrid 4, Real Sociedad